So I have some time before my shift starts, and I just want to have a meltdown. So if you're going to leave hate comments, just scroll away. Just do that. I am 25 weeks pregnant, and I'm having so many issues. Physically, in general, mentally, whatever. But it just literally feels like everything is falling apart. So my son has fetal growth restriction. He's about 6 ounces underweight. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is considering I'm 6 months pregnant and he's only 1 pound and 4 ounces. And he's supposed to be 2. It's a big difference. I don't know how to feel. Like, I'm terrified, but I also am not allowed to get stressed out because I have chronic hypertension and a heart condition. The hypertension came with the pregnancy. The heart condition was there beforehand, but not as bad. It's gotten a lot worse since the pregnancy. And now I have sacrum joint pain. I don't know if I'm saying that word correctly, but it's like the pelvic bone. The joints are not going in. The joints are weird. They explained it to me yesterday, but I'm trying to process everything, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. And my cardiologist put me on restricted work, so light work. I'm a kennel attendant. There's no such thing as light work. My job is like trying to work with me and give me training duties. Like I tell the trainee exactly what to do and do that. And that's fine, that's working. But it's not when I still have to walk here from the bus or from wherever, and just walking kills me. Sitting down for too long kills me. Laying down kills me, and I don't know what to do. And they said you can take Tylenol. I tried Tylenol, but even the physical therapist said, yeah, and the Tylenol doesn't do anything right. I'm like, no, it doesn't. She's like, yeah, it's not going to. I'm starting the physical therapy in 2 weeks because that's the only appointment they had available. And now, mind you, I have 3 other doctor's appointments that day, all in a row. So hopefully none of them run late, knock on wood. But since I'm training and I can't do my normal hours, when I do my normal hours, I come in to help in the hospital or do extras and whatever. I have 2 extra hours of pay. Since I have to follow the kennel hours and not be able to do anything extra, I'm losing out on those hours. So my pay is cut. My hours are cut. My checks suck. I ran out of my last week check. I ran out of my 2 weeks ago check the first couple of days because I had bills to pay. I had medical bills. I had in general bills. And if you take rides through Uber, you know that they'll give you a credit for a ride. Like, normally it's 2 rides. You can get a credit for it and you just pay it back, no problem. However, I used a credit yesterday to come home from the doctor's. I took the bus to the doctor's. I have no problem taking the bus everywhere. But I was in so much pain after the start of the physical therapy assessment that I needed to take an Uber. So I used up one of the credits, and it was $18 for an Uber, which was fucking insane, especially because I had $7 in Uber cash, and it was still $18. It's never been that expensive, ever. And since my hours changed, I missed my bus because I didn't know what time it came exactly, and when I got there, it was just pulling off. And I was like, fuck. The next one didn't come for an hour, and I would have been late for work, so I'm losing my mind. I go all the way back home, I'm like, oh, I'll order an Uber, because I don't want to get there too early, because I'm just going to be sitting here. And I go all the way back home, and I order an Uber, thinking I could use the second credit. It wasn't letting me. Little did I realize, it's not because I didn't have enough money in my account. I had what I thought I had was $8 in my account, and normally if you have something in there, you can use the credit. I was overdrawn by close to $100, and I don't know how. I was looking, and I guess it was medical stuff, and stuff from prior things that have finally just come out. And I'm just looking, and I'm breaking down, and I'm crying at my phone, and I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, can I please just get $30 to get an Uber, not thinking my brain, it was overdrawn by close to $100. $30 isn't gonna cover shit. So I get more money. Well, I get that money, and then I'm like, fuck it, I'll just take my savings that I have for my pregnancy afterward and just put it in the bank. Fucking ATMs. So the bank is by the terminal where I catch the bus, and the fucking ATMs aren't working. I can't put my card in. It's broken. So then it's pouring rain, by the way. I'm crying. I'm having a mental breakdown at the terminal, which is like criminal and alcohol addict central. And I'm calling my mom, crying, with my glasses fogging up and my phone soaked, and I'm like, I just need more money, and I'm like, how am I supposed to take care of my son when I don't have money and my job doesn't pay me enough and I can't get any fucking help? And she's like, just send yourself the money, it's okay, calm down, because she knows I can't get stressed. And we've had a lot of stress this week due to a family emergency with my father. And everything's hitting all at once. And I don't want to leave my father at home right now, but I have no other choice. I have to come to work. And so she sends me more money, and I get in the Uber, and I'm just fucking, like, crying in the Uber because I'm 29. My checks are barely $400, $500. $500 on a good day. It's probably going to be about $300, $400 because I missed a lot of work the past couple of weeks trying to figure out how I would work with the light work. And I made less than 30 hours, so it's barely part-time. And I don't get maternity leave. My job's email said something about they don't approve FMLA, even though I've been here for over a year, but I think it's because they don't have enough staff. Like, they have less than 50 employees at this location. So that's why it doesn't get approved through here. So I'm going to be either have to quit my job when my son is born or go back to work after 2 weeks. Because that's about all the time I'll have, like, saved up. Probably a week with the way I have to be calling the fuck out all the damn time because of all the pain I'm in. And none of my doctors are cohesive. My heart doctor says light work. My OB says, oh, just don't push it. Take it easy, you're fine. Like, she had not a fucking care in the world with her. My new physical therapist is like, we don't want you to restrict things, but we don't want you to overdo it. And since she's just now meeting me, it's just like, there's not much she can say as far as, like, how much I can do. I was breaking down on that table when they were moving my legs around. I couldn't get up. I needed help getting up. And I begged, like, please, is this gonna affect my son? They're like, no, he's killing you, but he's fine. And fine, as long as he's okay. I never thought I'd get to be a mom. It was the one thing I always wanted in the world. And when I got my 12-year-old sister when she was a baby and got to raise her, I was like, oh, this is my chance. This was my kid. Like, she might not have been mine biologically, but she was mine, and she's the most attached to me. I'm the most attached to her. But then God, spirits, phase, whatever you said, gave me my son. And both these two, her and him, are the loves of my life already. So I don't want anything to happen to him. She's perfect. I'm in so much pain and I don't know what to do on a regular basis. That's it. That's all the time I have.